Alright, let's talk about divisibility. So the study of natural numbers often begins with divisibility. We say that A is divisible by B if A divided by B results in a remainder of 0. So the following phrases are all ways of saying A is divisible by B. So these all mean the same thing. And usually in math, instead of saying A is divisible by B, we will say B divides A. Or B divides evenly into A. Or B is a divisor of A. Or B is a factor of A. So anytime I say is divisible by, or divides, or is a factor of, all those things mean the same thing. Furthermore, if A is divisible by B, then A is a multiple of B. For example, 32 is a multiple of 8, since 8 divides 32. We use a single vertical bar to represent the word divides. So instead of saying 8 divides 32, we could just write 8 vertical bar 32. In general, if B divides A, we write B divides A. We read that as divides. There are certain divisibility tests you can use to determine if one number divides another. You can always use long division, but some of these tests are a little quicker. So we have tests here for divisibility by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We don't need 1 because every number is divisible by 1. I think these will serve us well as we continue our study. So if a number satisfies the divisibility test for a particular factor, that factor divides the number. So, for example, 2. The divisibility test for 2 is that 2 divides a number if the last digit is even. So if the number is even, it's divisible by 2. So, for example, 123,456 is divisible by 2, since 6, the last digit, is even. 3 divides a number if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. So 555 is divisible by 3, since 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15, and 3 divides 15 too. 15 is divisible by 3. So I don't want to read these all to you. You have a chart on your information sheet that you're looking at as well as watching this video. And there is a rule for, or a test for, the numbers 2 through 12. So take a look at those. Go ahead and pause the video. Take a look at those and familiarize yourself with these, and then we'll look at some problems when you're finished. So go ahead and pause the video, and when you're finished looking at each of those and making sure that you understand them, then we'll go on with the video. You can unpause and we'll go on. Okay, well, I hope that you have taken a look at those divisibility tests and they make sense to you. You can always shoot me an email if you need to ask a specific question about one of these. But let's look at some problems that deal with divisibility tests. So it says use the divisibility tests instead of long division to determine if the following statements are true or false. So remember that vertical bar means divides. So in this case I'm asking, in the first one, is if 4 divides 3,754,086. So if you recall, the divisibility test for 4 is that we want to take a look at the last 2 digits. So the number formed by the last 2 digits. In this case, the number formed by the last 2 digits is 86. So we ask ourselves, can I divide 86 by 4? Will 86 go into 4 evenly? And when I divide 86 by 4 on my calculator, I get 21.5. So that does not divide evenly. 4 does not divide evenly into 86. So we know that if it doesn't divide into the number formed by the last two digits, it will not divide the whole number. So 4 is not divisible, or 3,754,086 is not divisible by 4. So this is false. So let's look at 9. Will 9 go into 4,119,706,413? Well, let's see. For 9, what we need to do is add up all the digits, and if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, so is the number. So, in this case, I have 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 0 plus 6 plus 4 plus 1 plus 3, and that equals 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I'm counting 36. 36 is divisible by 9. So is this number. So this is true. Alright? So let's look at this last one. The last one says, is 8 a divisor for, or will it divide into 677,840? Well, for 8, what we want to do is we want to look at the last 3 digits. Do the last 3 digits form a number that is divisible by, I don't know why I did that. Sorry. That is divisible by 8. Well, let's see. 840 is the number formed by the last 3 digits. Is 840 divisible by 8? Let's see. On my calculator, I'm doing 840 divided by 8. That gives me 105 with no remainder. So yes, 840 is divisible by 8. So is this entire number. So this is true. Okay, let's look at another number, and what we'll do is we'll look at this number and we'll see if it's divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay? So let's look at 2. Is the number 12,639 divisible by 2? And I'm going to look at this last digit. The last digit is 9. That's not even, so no. And I'm having trouble here with my mouse. So no, that's not divisible by 2, and I'm just going to say it's not even. Alright, let's look at 3. Is the number divisible by 3? Well, the first thing I have to do is find the sum of the digits. So, the sum of the digits is 21 in this case. 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3 plus 9 is 21. So, yes, it is divisible by 3 because the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. We'll say sum of digits.
But I'm really terrible at writing with my mouse. Let's look at 4. So for 4, we want to look at the number formed by the last 2 digits. So the number formed by the last 2 digits is 39, and 39 is not divisible by 4. So I'm going to say since 4 does not divide 39, I'm going to say no in this case, not divisible by 4. So is this number divisible by 5? It's not, no, because it doesn't end in 5 or 0. Doesn't end in 5 or 0. Alright, what about 6? Well, remember that in order to be divisible by 6, you have to be divisible by both 2 and 3. So it's not divisible by 6 because I don't have 2. It's not divisible by 2. I'm going to stop writing, but you could fill out these. I'm going to stop writing because I'm not doing a very good job. But let's look at 7. Okay, now 7, here's where we need to look at a process here. So for 7, what we're going to do is we're going to take the last digit from the number. That's 9. We're going to double it. So 9 times 2. That's going to give me 18. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 18 and subtract it from the number that's left. So after I take 9 away, I have 1, 2, 6, 3. I'm going to subtract 18 from that and see what I get. That should be 1245 then. Okay, I don't know anything about 1245, so I'm going to do this again. So you may have to do this more than once. So I'm going to take 5. When I double 5, 5 times 2 is 10. So I'm going to take 124, and I'm going to subtract 10 from it. That's going to give me 114. I still don't know anything about 114. So I'm going to take 4, double it. 4 times 2 is 8. And I'm going to subtract 8 from 11, the number that's left. And when I do that, I get 3. And since I know that 7 does not divide 3, so 7 does not divide 3, my answer here is no. Now, you can stop at any point in this process whenever you know that the number that you have is a multiple of 7. Or not a multiple of 7. So once you know whether your number is a multiple of 7 or not, you can stop, and you can decide whether the entire number is divisible by 7 then. Alright, let's look at 8. For 8, what we want to do is we want to look at the digit, the last 3 digits. So the last 3 digits are 639, sorry. And I know when I use my calculator that 8 does not, so I'm going to say 8 here, does not divide 639. So I know that that is a no for 8 as well. So my time's almost up in this video. These videos are only 15 minutes long. So I'm going to save the rest for the next video.